Fear is the mind killer.
The awesome thing about wakeboarding is that there is so much that can be done on the water that's fun. The one we're going to talk about now is wake skating. Simply put, wake skating is skateboarding on the water with a combination of wakeboard style tricks and skateboard style tricks, and it's a hell of a lot more difficult than wakeboarding because you have no attachment to the board. The deal is exactly the same as wakeboarding. You do, however, need to somehow get that board on your feet. So you're sat in the water, skate floating in front of you, in between you and the boat. As the rope pulls tight, just lay back, pop your heels on the heel side edge of the board, and then as the boat starts to trickle forward, push your heels down, let your knees come into your chest, and you'll find yourself in that perfect deep water start position that you get on a wakeboard, and then it's exactly the same from there. That same solid position that you practice riding along your wakeboard applies on a skate. However, you do want to try and adopt a much lower position, concentrating on using your knees and your ankles to move around a lot more than you would or need to on a wakeboard. If you start throwing your shoulders about, you'll leave the skate behind you because of course you're not attached. So you're on your skate, you're riding around, you're starting to feel more confident. Well, what do you do next? There's a couple of ways you can go. You can go wakeboard style tricks or you can go skateboard style tricks. We're going to go through each.
Fear is the mind killer.
The first wakeboard style trick that you can try on your skate is of course a wake jump. Now before you get into it, you've got to be completely comfortable jumping those two wakes on your wakeboard first. If you can't do that, then learning it on a skate is going to be nigh on impossible. You need a shorter, more condensed progressive cut whereby you're applying as much energy as possible at the bottom of the wake. To get this wake skate wake jump dialed, you somehow need to get that skate to stay with you going up and into the air. Now you can't extend off the top of the wake with both legs, but you do need to get the height and the distance to clear the second wake. So in applying your edge that bit more aggressively at the bottom of the wake, you're giving the skate the energy it needs to climb up underneath you, into the air, stay with you nice and tight so you can ride the wake jump away. So you got your first wakeboard style trick down on your skate. Let's try something a little bit more technical and go with a skate style trick. We're going to start with a frontside Shuv-It 180. Now a Shuv-It is where the skate turns independent of the rider. 180 degrees is how far the skate's going to turn, and frontside is the direction in which the skate will rotate. Whether you're doing the shove out in the flats or a re-entry style shove off the top of the wake, you need to bring your front foot 3/4 of the way along the deck. You need to be holding on with just your front hand, and you need to squat, recoiled, ready to explode your whole body up into the air for that ollie. We're going to look at the re-entry Shuv-It just because I think it looks a little cooler, a bit more stylish to do. Now before you've got your Shuv-It down, you have to make sure you can do a good solid ollie. I'm assuming you've got that dialed. To get the board rotating, get the Shuv-It happening, you need to initiate the ollie first. Once that ollie is initiated off your back leg, you then want to kick your back leg forward and pull your front leg back, making sure that as you take off, you keep your body right over the top of the board. The key points to this front side shove are that you've got that front foot 3/4 of the way back along the board, that you bend yourself squat so that you're ready to explode off that back leg, taking your body into the air nice and squarely over the top of the board. Keep your eyes on the deck so that when the board has spun 180 degrees, you can put your feet back down on the deck. The wicked thing about wake skating is that although it's very similar to wakeboarding obviously, it's also very different in the same breath. The sensation of not being attached to the board and that board being a little bit harder to control is out of this world. It's a lot of fun, so get out there and do it.